Well, they say unemployed. There is no unemployment. We have full employment here in Tropico. It's just that citizens take a very long time to go to work. My approval rate... Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more Tropico 6 beta here in the glorious free state of Tropico, where many exciting and interesting things are happening to our citizens. This building has been on fire for, I don't know, a couple of years now. Still burning. We don't have a fire station. We have no ability to deal with this at all. We're just it's become sort of a national landmark here in Tropico, the burning building. Near the cornfields. It's nice. The corn workers, the harvesters of corn can just kind of watch the building burn as it goes along there. We have a fish cannery, but we have no electricity because I spent all our money repatriating Stonehenge back to Tropico. So we've got Stonehenge. We have negative $5,000-ish. We have no electricity. The building is on fire. Nobody seems to be able to get goods to our industrial buildings. I think things are going great here in Tropico. I could not possibly be happier with Tropico right now because, Stonehenge. So we have things we need to be doing. We need to be building an alliance with our superpowers, or at least one of them. The Axis or the Allies. We're in the World War era. Somebody wants us to build an army base, but that's going to require unlocking a blueprint, and that's all money. That's all money. Tropican scientists say we don't understand the physics. Yeah, that's also because we don't have a high school. We don't have a high school, so our citizens are grossly uneducated. Citizens of Free Tropico, I've kind of blown all our money on Stonehenge, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Nobody can look at the currently repatriated Stonehenge and say that was not worth it. And we're supposed to be fulfilling a trade route with the Allies, but we're already doing that. That's already happening. It's just taking time to do it. So at least we'll get one of those knocked out. And we did just get a little bit of a chunk of money there. Trade ship must have come in. And speaking of stealing people's money, Penultimo, you are working on the treasure hunt. Okay, good. It's just taking you some time to do it. And I think we've got you queued up to do that again. Yeah, just keep treasure hunting. Although after that, after you've done those two treasure hunting things, why don't you, because it may be a little tiny bit before we have educated citizens, why don't you rescue educated people? If you find people out in the water who are shipwrecked and they seem smart, bring them over here. Throw them in the boat, bring them over here. Possibly someone who's educated in how to put out fires, because we're in like year 3 of this building burning to the ground. It's just taking a very, very long time. I think we could probably accelerate that. How about if we just demolish the building? There we go. I have solved the problem. We don't need a fire station, citizens of Tropico. I have solved the problem by demolishing the building. But in return for that, I put up 2 new bunkhouses for you, so you should be wicked happy about that. $5,000 in the bank. Should probably... Well, we really need electricity. We really desperately need electricity. It's 1909, citizens of Tropico. We should probably get on board with electricity. I don't think we're going to be early adopters if we do that. I think it's cool. So, now we only have 4,000. How much is it for the power plant, and how much are you willing to kind of float me here? Because there is a little bit of leeway with this. I think... Oh, it's 12,000, dear Lord. I think, yeah, you will let me put this down. You're just going to put me into debt to do it. But I think that's probably a good idea. It's not. It's a terrible idea. This is where all of my city building games collapses in the finances. But, what do you mean spot is already taken? By what? What spot is taken over there? Oh, can I only put this in specific areas? Because you're telling me, again, this... Oh, there we go. There we go. I found a reasonably good place. I'd really like to put it over here, game. There we go. Okay. What was taken over here? Hang on. Go away. What's here? Planning Commission of Tropico. There's nothing here. Is it this log? Because I'm pretty confident our citizens can get rid of that. It's not... Alright, well, I don't know why it's saying spot is taken. That's okay. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. Let's just get this thing on the ground before I'm seriously in debt. You're okay with it being here. Good. All right. We've just gutted our economy. It's going to take us so long to recover from that. But we'll be able to can fish, so everyone will be wicked excited about that. And apparently, the citizens love it. We're at a 95% approval rating. El Presidente is killing it. Probably because I demoed that building. I put out the fire. I personally put out the fire, citizens of Tropico. You have me to thank for that. And you have Penultimo and me to thank for Stonehenge. Now, I see Penultimo, or at least disguised pirate Penultimo, did complete one of the raids for treasure hunt, but he came back with 5,000 raid points. That's delightful, Penultimo pirate, but we really kind of need the money. We really need that. And you're off on another treasure hunt. Hopefully this one will be money. Why don't you just keep doing that? Just keep treasure hunting. After you find all the smart people in the water, go ahead and do some treasure hunting, please. Now, the only thing I don't know, I'm waiting for the power plant to get built to see what the radius is going to be on that. That should reach over to the cannery without having to build a substation. So we can build substations to kind of extend the range of our power. I think that power plant's going to cover more than enough here. This is going to be fine. I won't need to build that. I can't build that. I've got virtually no money, although money is trickling in. Now, we've got that thing to build the army base, and we've got to kind of hustle on that. That is time sensitive. What's it going to take for the blueprint? 7,500. Oh, Penultimo, I don't suppose you'd like to come back with a random blueprint that isn't quite so random and it might be for an army base, would you? No? Okay. Well, gotta get this done. Yes, we'll unlock the blueprint. Yes, we're horribly in debt. Boy, we really need to get some canned fish out to the Allies or the Axis. I don't even care who we're sending the fish to. I will split the difference. I will absolutely be Switzerland during the World War. I'm just going to be Switzerland with a bunch of canned fish I'd like to sell. Well, the power plant is up and running. Nobody's got any coal to it yet, but we're working on that. The coal mine is literally down the street. So if you guys could just hustle over and get some coal over there, we can get started. Is anyone working there yet? Yeah, a couple of people. Antonio and Antonio. Oh, and Emily. Emily Van Beek. Again, I feel you may have stumbled into the wrong country. Oh, yeah. We'll have full employment here in Tropico. It's just filling right up. So, and the Antonio brothers are leading the charge in working at the power plant. Anytime you'd like to get that up and running so we can get the fish cannery up and running, because we're at negative $10,000 here in Tropico. El Presidente is not panicking. El Presidente is very confident in his leadership abilities. Possibly not so much in his financial abilities, but his leadership abilities, no problem, citizens of Tropico. Take delight in Stonehenge. Please, God, take delight in Stonehenge. It cost me a fortune and it took me years, and I've made several bad financial decisions in putting Stonehenge here, but here we are, citizens of Tropico, here we are. This is what we've got to work with. We do have a beautiful sunset, though. If nothing else, you could stand in Stonehenge and look at the beautiful, beautiful sunset here in Tropico. Oh, Penultimo actually listened to me. We got a free random blueprint. Let's slow it down a second, game. Can I find out what blueprint you got? That would actually be really good. Will you tell me what blueprint you got? Yeah, give me the raid screen, please. No, I'm not seeing what you actually got in overview. I'm actually going to have to go through the build menu and figure out what you got. Oh, I think you got tunnel connection. I'm pretty sure that's what you got there. That's really terrible, Penultimo. Terrible job, Penultimo. That's pretty much the least important thing I needed right at this exact second. Couldn't have pulled out wind turbine, maybe. How about wind turbine? I know we can only build it in the modern times, but I'd like to get going on clean energy here, because that coal power plant ain't going to last forever. The Axis sent some foreign aid, and that's about it. Right. Okay, no money. How much are you willing to float me on this whole army base thing that you want me to build here in Tropico? Not that much. No, it's 15 grand to build it. You're not willing to give me that much credit. You gave me some credit to build the power plant, but not so much on the army base. Why can people not get sugar to the rum distillery? Speaking of rum, how are our trade routes doing? How are we looking on that? Yeah, they're still active. We got meat and coconuts. That's nice. Meat's going to the Allies and coconuts are going to the Axis for no readily explainable reason. I'm just trying to straddle the fence here. I would love to buy another trade license, but boy, these just keep getting progressively more expensive. It was $1,000 to buy the first one, $2,500 for the next one. I can only imagine what it's going to be as we go along there. What can we do? Citizens of Tropico. Citizens of Tropico. We need to have sort of a brainstorming thing about what we can do to further our finances here in Tropico. And by our finances, I do mostly mean mine, but what benefits El Presidente benefits Tropico. So, you know, it's all good. No power over here yet? Really? Are you not quite functional? What's going on over here in the power plant? You have coal. You definitely have coal. You have a budget. You have coal. You're just not really doing anything at this point. You're at 100% efficiency. Is it because you have no money? That's probably the reason. Yeah. You see, you have a budget, and I can't fulfill that. Are you on strike? Don't be on strike. That's terrible. We don't encourage that sort of thing here in Tropico. I tell you what I'm going to do, power plant. After the Stonehenge issue, which was the most valuable thing I've done for my citizens, I stand by El Presidente's decision to liberate and repatriate Stonehenge here in Tropico. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to chill on building things or buying things, and we're just going to kind of get those trade routes done. We're going to relax here in Tropico. It's 1910. It's a chill time. Let's just all mellow out here in Tropico. We won't build anything new. We're just going to let some money tick in a little bit, hopefully. No, I was incorrect on the power station. Going to my overlays, that electricity does not stretch down to the cannery. That's the problem. The problem is it just doesn't reach far enough. That's a bit fussy, because I believe that's probably another blueprint, isn't it? Get me to infrastructure. Yeah, it's another blueprint. It's a relatively inexpensive one, though. Okay, it's $1,000 for the blueprint and only $2,000 to build the substation. Do those? Yeah, they do produce pollution. Okay, it's going to be a choking cloud of pollution in the center of the city. I'm going to work on it best I can. Oh, I actually have the money right now. Okay, how can we, citizens of Tropico, efficiently spend $5,000? The army base thing, is that... I keep saying that's time sensitive. It's actually not. I can take centuries. Well, we can't actually play Tropico for centuries, but I can take a very, very long time to build your army base. We'll get to that eventually. I must work, army guy, on the basic needs of my citizens. And that includes some electricity around here. So here's my plan. We can unpause it for right now. That's fine. Let's get a road going from here up to here, and then don't interfere with Stonehenge ever. Over to here. No. Are you not going to let me? You're going to be fidgety, aren't you? All right. I'm going to get a road over to here eventually. That will happen, and then get me out of here. Electric substation. Where did that go? Here we go. All right. While I've got the money. $1,000 to buy the blueprint. Boom. Substation. Kind of got to get that somewhere right here. Hopefully that's going to reach. That hope springs eternal, but hopefully that's going to reach. If not, it won't be crippling to build another one closer to the center of town. Now I just need to fidget with this road until I make things happen that I want to have happen, like having a road. There we go. Not quite exactly where I thought it was going to end up, but it will be fine. And we're only at negative $300 some odd, citizens of Tropico. Penultimo, can you steal me some more things, please? I would really appreciate that. How are you doing? Okay, you're working on a treasure hunt. Good. Keep doing that. Money or blueprints? That's what I want out of you, pirates. Money or blueprints? I will take either. A little bit more money coming in. Okay, good. Still have not fulfilled that trade route, which is good because that means more money eventually. But let's treat our citizens to a house. I think that would be nice. Not a real house because that's a blueprint, but a house nonetheless. Although it's not an expensive blueprint, and I'm probably... How much for the apartment? Because that'll be 10 households I can squeeze in there. Yeah, give me that blueprint. I want apartment. And actually, let's just slap it down. While they'll float me the credit, let's just slap this down. Because that's a lot of people I can squeeze in here. What do we got going over here? Cattle ranch? Sure. Put an apartment building over there. All right. We have less money than we did, but I think that's a valuable addition here in Tropico. A valuable addition. Next thing I want to work on is this whole superpower alliance. And that means an embassy. Oh, why is my trade screen flashing at me? Did we fulfill a contract? Yes, we did. Great. Send another one. The meat's still on its way to the Allies. It's taken about a year. Half a year-ish, so that meat's going to be all kinds of no good by the time it gets there. But that's fine. That's fine. Can't quite do canned goods yet. We can send cheese. We can send cheese to Adolf. We can send cheese to the Nazis. Are they going to pay for it? That's all I really care about. And are they going to pay a lot for it? What else is going on here? Coal, cotton we could send. I'm looking for a few better deals here. Meat, shellfish. Yeah, let's send shellfish to the Nazis. Why not? That seems like a perfectly sensible thing to be doing. Yeah, okay. And what are we going to make out of that? Per 1K units, 2940, and we're going to get a little bit more. So yeah, send 2,500 of those, please. Eventually, we'll get some shellfish out of our fishing area here. You guys are just cranking on that. You got all sorts of boats. Oh, look out! Look out! I think that boat just went through another boat. I'm not a nautical person, but that's probably not right. Oh, hi, Winton's back. Oh, the ship showed up. All right, the ship full of rotten meat showed up to Winton Marlborough. Ooh, what do I want? Okay, yeah, the money is very, very tempting, but $2,000 in the grand scheme of things is not a make-or-break number. What is way more important is random blueprint. That's way more important right now, because that's the thing that's killing me. Random blueprint. Are you going to tell me what I got? Radio station. Okay. Okay, that's good. And that's where I can find out what the random blueprint that Penultimo got for me. Up in that little corner. I don't think I can actually do radio station. I think that's a later thing. Media and education. No, apparently I can build that right now. Increases the liberty in the area. Broadcast propaganda. It's not propaganda. It's wise words from El Presidente. It's sage advice. Propaganda has such a negative connotation to it. You say propaganda, I say a cheery good morning, affecting workers at their workplace. Okay, that's fine. We'll look at radio station. Ah, the cannery is up and running. Good. And work mode is yes, we can. Oh, that's delightful. Supply local market. Output decreased by 25%, but the efficiency of each grocery is increased by 10%. So feed the people or feed the world. How are the people doing? We haven't really checked in on the glorious free people of Tropico. How are you doing? I'm seeing a lot of homelessness, and I'm seeing a lot of, well, they say unemployed. There is no unemployment. We have full employment here in Tropico. It's just that citizens take a very long time to go to work. My approval rating is 85%. How about, let's just check on your overall happiness. Actually, you're at 70 happiness for food. In fact, of all things, you are most happy about food. Great. Good. Do that. That's fine. Then I don't feel the need to throw down another grocery store or anything like that. But what we could be throwing down is actually some more production. We have, what, the sugar farm. Is it a sugar farm? Sugar plantation? Place where they grow the sugar. We've got corn. We've got cattle. And I believe somewhere around here we've got sheep. Oh, that's a delightful area. Oh, look at this little cove. It's not really a cove. I mean, it's just full of rocks. A little tidal pool, I guess. That's really nice looking. I like that. I'd like to be able to build something there, but I probably won't be able to. What else could we put down in terms of food production of some sort? Not that I have the money for it, but I probably will relatively soon. I'm sure a ship will come in eventually, and I think in the meantime, we'll get floated a little bit of stuff. So, food and resources. If I wanted to put down, a logging camp would actually be a really good idea. It's not going to generate food, but It is going to generate stuff we can sell to people. To do that, though, we need more trade routes. If I wanted to put down, say, a plantation, and we wanted to say, we've got bananas going on somewhere. Bananas are right there. Corn we've got. Sugar we've got. Tobacco would actually be a very sensible idea, because then we could make cigars. If I wanted to do tobacco, there's actually a great spot for it up here, too. Wow, all sorts of tobacco production happening here. Sure. Yeah, go for it. We're going to need it eventually. Citizens of Tropico, we're growing tobacco now. Apparently. Oh, hang on. Citizens of Tropico, the ship just came in. Literally. Freighter, 18 grand. And I think that just closed out, pause that for a second for me, please, a whole bunch of stuff here. So I think that closed out a trade route, which means we should have another one active. Yep, we do. Should I just buy another trade license? Yes. Yes, I should. Absolutely. Citizens of Tropico, we are going to be a superpower of trading. Sure, you know what? Send tobacco to Adolf. Why not? Why not? We're going to be growing it soon anyway. Yes, send some tobacco to Adolf. And how about... What could we send to the Allies? I do kind of want to straddle the fence here a little bit. Nothing, apparently. The Allies want nothing from us. Wow, they really want nothing at all from us, do they? Okay, well, you know what? You don't want our stuff, somebody else does. You know who does? The guys you're fighting. Let's send more shellfish. I'm pretty confident in our fishing ability here. So send some more... Oh, we can't send that twice. Okay, interesting. Because we're already sending them shellfish. We can't do a second shellfish trade route. Alright, then what else could we send to them? Because apparently they're the only people... Rum! Oh, there we go. We are sending rum and tobacco to the Axis powers. Sounds more like a Winston Churchill thing to me, but apparently we're sending them to the Axis powers. So we're going to get them drunk and probably give them cancer. Yay! I think we're doing helpful things in the world. Now back to fishing. Let me turn this back on. Back to fishing, because we've got a lot of good fishing spots here. Yeah, we could plunk another one down there, or maybe something here. Could we do something over here? Yeah, we totally can. Let's get some more fishing going on, because we've got the cannery operational, finally. Citizens of Tropico, finally. You really dragged your heels on that. And by dragged your heels, I didn't fundamentally understand that the cannery needed electricity. So a little bit of that is on me, Citizens of Tropico. A lot of that is on you. I need to be notified of these things. I can't be doing everything around here for you. So get that rocking and rolling. Oh, and you know what? Now that we put the fire out, now that I put the fire out, I personally, El Presidente, put the fire out, let's put some more houses down here. Actually, let's put an apartment down here. Let's get an apartment complex right there. Oh, that is colorful. I like that. Okay, when that's up and running, we'll check the whole, homelessness situation and see how that's doing here in Tropico. Yeah, new Fisherman's Wharf already up and running. That will really help our, fish production. And the cannery, which is right down the street. So that will be a good thing. We'll do well with that cannery. Oh, Eric von Strom! Welcome! Welcome to Tropico! Okay, what do you want from me? You want me to fulfill an export trade route with the Axis. Hey, here's the thing, Eric. We're sending you rum and tobacco. We're sending you rum and tobacco. You should be pretty darn happy about that. We don't send rum to just anyone. Actually, we specifically only send it to you because the Allies didn't apparently want it. I'm very surprised by that. I saw Winston Churchill as being sort of a rum and cigar kind of guy. But yeah, we will absolutely accept that because we're already doing it. Eric von Strom. And we still got some money coming in. Cool. Citizens of Tropico, this is a time of blessings here in Tropico. A time of blessings. We're getting a lot of stuff done, including we're waiting to research something. Okay. We did labor policy. Great. Oh, no, we didn't do labor policy. Never mind. Sorry, I'm waiting to do labor policy. Constitution topic we could research. Allows you to change the role of religion in the Tropican Society and Government. That could be valuable. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be valuable, but it sounds like it might be valuable. Audience. Triggers a demand from one of the factions. Bells to bullets. Decreases the efficiency of religious buildings. Increases the hit points and damage of military squads. Decreases religious standing by 30. Ooh, that's a big hit. You know what we should do? We should do religion and state to see if we can possibly make the citizens of Tropico not so reliant on religion. Be more reliant on me. El Presidente. Yeah, research that. And then that might lead to bells and bullets where I won't take a huge hit by decreasing the religious standing by 30. That might not be as big a problem. With 10 grand kicking around, what blessings could I give to my citizens? How you doing? Not overlays. Give me almanac. Ooh, quite a lot of still homeless citizens. Okay, citizens of Tropico. I am fully committed to Stonehenge. I think that is the best thing we have done. We have repatriated Stonehenge to its historical location here in Tropico. However, I hear the cries of my people. I do. I hear your pleas. And your pleas are basically, can we have somewhere to live and can we have a job? We have full employment here in Tropico. I want to be exceptionally clear about that. There is 100% employment. It's just some of you don't know where to go to work. It's your fault. Because we don't have a high school. You're not educated. You don't know where to go to get to work. But we have full employment. So, oh dear, we just lost half our money. Okay, citizens of Tropico, I hear half of your cries now. And a little bit more right now. All right, housing and something to do. I need to tell you where to go to work. So give me one more apartment. Right? Sort of centrally located. Can I actually get that right down here? Oh, yeah. There we go. You guys are all... Oh, I love the way this block is coming together. I really do. This looks organic and real. This looks like if I got off the dock at Tropico, I would totally expect to see something like this. I do like Tropico. It's a really good, solid city builder. It really is. It just comes together organically and real, which is exactly what I want from a city builder. Putting all of that nonsense aside, citizens of Tropico, let's also do... How many does a bunkhouse hold? 6 households. That is a lot. Can I actually squeeze that in here? And then could we do something on the outside? Could we maybe do... Can I get another apartment in there? How much is the bunkhouse? 1,200 versus 3,000, and that's 10 versus 6. That's actually not a good balance. It's smarter if I did 2 bunkhouses. That's 12 people for 2,400, or 10 people for 3,000. And these tenants must be well off or better, so we may not fill up that apartment. I'm doing very delicate balancing here, citizens of Tropico. Let's squeeze that one. Before I do that, just so I don't lock myself out of this area, I just want to finish that road to here. Thank you. I'm not quite sure why that road wasn't finished in the first place, but I want to do another bunkhouse here, because our citizens will be well off eventually. Just not right down. I do see my approval rating slipping worryingly. Now, 78% of the people love me, but 22% of the people aren't that keen on me, and that's not okay. Can I fit? I'm kind of figuring what's going to go in this area. Let's hold off on that. Let's get another... You know what? Citizens of Tropico, I have put this off for far too long. Far too long have I dilly-dallied with Stonehenge and, basic infrastructure and burning buildings. We have... It is time, citizens of Tropico, for what I believe is the second most important thing in our civilization. The first was Stonehenge, liberating Stonehenge. The second is Crocodile Farm. So, Crocodile Farm will in fact live there. Citizens of Tropico, be aware, as you look at this 79% approval rating, that El Presidente is building a crocodile farm. And with that in construction, we should actually look at this whole, developing alliances thing. How much to unlock the embassy? Oh, not that much. That's actually quite reasonable. 2,500 to unlock the embassy. You know what? Start building it. You'll float me that for a little bit. Embassy, I feel, should be near El Presidente. Near, but not on. There's no way I could squeeze it in this corner. Kind of. Actually, I can squeeze it right there. I don't want it that close to my Imperial Palace. I really don't. Up by the coal mine, however, I feel possibly our alliances may be strained by putting them right next to the coal mine. How about right in the center of town? There we go. And that makes sense. Now that I want to put that right there. Never mind, I'll find something else cool to put there. But the embassy is coming up. Good. How's the crocodile farm? Almost there. Great. And let's just check in on Pirate Penultimo. What are you guys up to these days? You have nothing to do. Oh dear. Let me rectify that. Go treasure hunting, and then go treasure hunting, and then see if you can pick off any educated people who might be awash in the oceans, and then go treasure hunting. Let's just queue up a bunch of stuff here. Eventually, you'll get back with some of that stuff. How's the, yes, there we go. Citizens of Tropico. We have a crocodile farm, and there they are. That fence does not look crocodile-proof. I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that that fence is by no means crocodile-proof, and this guy coming up on the top here may want to be aware of that. So, citizens of Tropico, we have a crocodile farm now. I don't even know what we need a crocodile farm for. I just know that I have to have one. Maybe a few. The embassy is up and running. Hi, guys. We are going to now invite a superpower. Whom are we going to invite? The Axis or the Allies? Whom are we going to favor in the World War? This is a very tough decision, citizens of Tropico. And I think I may need some time to think about that. So let's do that in the next episode. We'll figure out whom we're going to favor in the World War here in Tropico, but we'll do it next time. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button to see more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Wow. You could have hepatitis or golfer's elbow. I feel we should be able to narrow it down a little better. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but I'm saying I might be able to know the difference between golfer's elbow or hepatitis. First thing I'd ask is, do you play golf? Where are you going?